Lone Wolf Customs Junkyard Charger build. If you notice, the car's been moved. Okay, let's rewind back. Not much for y'all, but in the last video you seen it locked down. I haven't done a darn thing to it besides the next day literally come out here, take the key, stick it in the keyhole, turn it, and it started. And since it was facing the wrong way and in my way, I took that opportunity to move it where it's sitting now. Almost back where it was, but of course it still runs. The oil light's not on. Don't sound too good, but at least it ran enough to move it. And I'm not really screwing with the engine too much. I'm just going to go ahead and start the Hemi build. So, I'm fixing to leave here in just a second. I just wanted to go ahead and do this to go see about getting the rest of the few parts that I need to freaking put the Hemi in it. Because, honestly, the last thing I want to do is attempt to drive this thing now and it do that again on the side of the damn road or in the middle of the road. Plus the other time of me driving up the road and it freaking dying because of the shit gas doesn't really make it any more confident building. So I guess I'm going to be starting the Hemi project where I'm actually putting the Hemi in this car. Which is a crying shame because one, I don't have enough parts to do that, and two, I really don't have the money to get other parts that I need to do that right now. It kind of really sticks me real good because realistically I was hoping to have some time, maybe even get to enjoy this car a little bit before I try to sink into purchasing all these parts, because maybe if I was lucky I could get said parts before I needed to put them all together. At this point, if I can get 2 parts, I can at least put the motor and transmission in the car. Won't be running, but with at least those 2 little parts, I can put the motor and transmission in here. So that's more or less what the hell I'm trying to accomplish. If I can get out of this damn thing. So there's a truck in my way. But yeah, this is more of a talky video without no actual action or anything. The oil in this motor still looks about the same as it did. It's definitely thicker, but what annoys me on this mainly right now is the factor that it's once again another damn vehicle that needs the engine fucking dealt with. Which gets old quick when you have everything you own needs an engine fucking worked on. Which it ain't really the car's fault. I just keep buying cars with bad engines because they're cheap. Yep. It's got a bad engine, it's usually cheap. The engine's good, they usually cost more. Because you think this thing would look this good if the engine wasn't crap for what I gave for it? Yeah. Maybe after it's 25 years old. But yeah, if I can get the parts, and then I'll be pulling this out, motor and transmission, and starting the process of putting the other motor and transmission in here. And of course then it'll be having to get the harness and everything else that I need to get to freaking make it run. But it does give me some opportunities even between now and when I actually can afford to get the parts, which, by the way, the parts I'm looking at aren't cheap. So, you know, a couple $1,000 more than I paid for the car for some of the parts I'm wanting to get. But it gives me some time to screw around with trying to build the drive shaft and shit the way I want it and different stuff. So I guess stay tuned and we'll see how this rolls out. But all right, like, subscribe, comment down below, yada yada. I've got body work I can be doing. I've got a lot of things I can be doing. Ideally, I want to be driving it. But thanks for watching. Bye.